Ernie.
Wake up, Ernie.
Ernie. We got to get to Kevin.
What would you do if you were going to Philadelphia? Would you consider that to be a place you'd like to go?
Like I said before, Ernie, coming to Philly would be a hard sell for any free agent.
You think so? Well, a paycheck, sometimes a paycheck for certain
way.
guys. You know, you got to watch out for those kind of guys.
No way.
The guys who would take the paycheck and don't really care.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. We're inside the Wells Fargo Center, live from Philadelphia. It's the 76ers. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Pachulia is out there with Green, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Now here's Bayless. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Now here's Simmons, guarded by Green. Just 5 on the clock. Picked by Okafor. Offensive rebound.
Some scouts look at Curry's size. They thought he might have had a hard time defending at this level. It's safe to say they were wrong.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
That's exactly how you want to start the game.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And one thing we've seen from Kevin Durant so far in his career is that he shows up big when games mean the most. His team might not always win when the lights are their brightest, but he is still at his very best.
You are so right. Whenever he is on the national stage, it seems that is when he drops 40 and 10. And he's been playing in huge games his entire life and knows how to amp himself up. And while some stars can wilt or vanish in big games, Durant just seems to flourish.
Now Bayless, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And Bayless kicks to Covington. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Covington's got his second bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Nice off-the-ball movement and action to free him up for a shot he makes on a regular basis. Outstanding work.
Now here's Thompson. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. Green, the pass to Pachulia. Jacks up a 3. Curry can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Green. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Inside, outside, in transition. Draymond's an extremely versatile scorer.
Out to the wing. Bayless dishes to Simmons. Pass to Okafor. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a minute. He said he knows it's a test. This is one of the most dangerous offenses in the league. He told me we can't shut them down. That's unrealistic. But if we stick to our principles, if we communicate with each other and take away the easy things, we'll give ourselves a good chance. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. That's a potent offense they're up against right now, and they know it.
And that's why they've got to be ultra-focused at the defensive end right from the tip.
Wesson, who do they double? Which shooters are they willing to leave open to do that? Or do they just play it straight up? We'll see.
And here is Bayless. Here's Simmons. The putback. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Here is Bayless. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. To the inside. It's deflected. Curry with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Curry.
And over the course of his career, Durant has become more and more welcoming to create contact. The Warriors do so many things well, but what they are most known for is their ability to shoot it from deep. Led by the Splash Brothers, but everyone on this roster can shoot a three. They can turn a 2-point lead into a 15-point lead in under a minute when they start letting it fly from outside.
Here's Curry. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pachulia kicks to Green. Picked by Pachulia. Thompson passes to Pachulia. Golden State moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A three-pointer off the mark. And the stats for the Warriors, three-point shooting over the last few seasons, is just astounding.
Well, just look at the stats. As a team in 2016, they shot 41.6% from beyond the arc, by far the highest mark by a team for the season. Actually, is the second highest percentage all time in the NBA, trailing the 1996.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Hustle up. Let's figure this out now. Let's go. We've had our chances on offense, but we need to start capitalizing on them. Right now, we are shooting under 20% from three. We got to turn that around, guys. We don't need a home run every time we come down the court. Be patient on offense. Keep the ball moving, and good things will happen. Hey, our run starts right here.
He can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Well, I just think they're pressing too much, not really in the rhythm. Have to let the game come to you.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Different look here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Green. Ian Clark's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Warriors leading by 3. The dish to Livingston. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Durant. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Oh, it just isn't his outside game you have to worry about with Durant. When he gets it in close, he rarely fails to convert.
Here's Livingston. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so, it was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Down low, here's Durant. The shot's good on the assist by West. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks to Noel. Grant outside. Tries a 3. Drops in the tray. Grant's got 5. Golden State's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Back to West. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. 29 seconds left to play in the first. They get a hand on it. Here's Rodriguez. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Sergio Rodriguez taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Obviously one of the better free throw shooters in the league. We expect this out of him.
Livingston with it. Working on Rodriguez. Clark dishes to West. Releases. No good. From Durant.
The defense got super lucky there because he does not miss many of those.
Three-pointer. That shot off.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
Well, it really went well according to plan there for the D. They completely baited them into taking that shot, making that move, and they were ready for it.
And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me.
A heart and soul guy. Draymond Green has the kind of spirit guys that everyone else can just kind of feed off of.
Yeah, his talent and contributions now being appreciated. He's forced his way into the discussion of top 10 players in our league.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open court, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
Well, it's clearly part of the game. Quick outlet passes, guys running the floor like they really mean it.
Stauskas teams with Grant on the perimeter. Sarge is out there with Embiid, and it's Rodriguez in at the point guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Guys, we know Stephen Curry is beloved by his teammates. One of his teammates, Sean Livingston, once said of him, he's one of the most humble superstars by far. It resonates throughout the locker room. But on the court, he has some swagger, some edge. Curry says, I'm still the same person. Still do the same stuff in my spare time. That keeps me grounded, keeps me normal. Guys?
And his character, just one more thing people appreciate. Thank you, David. Chris, there's such a difference between creating offense in transition against finding looks when things slow down. What are the keys to finding consistent offense in half-court sets?
But one of the keys is patience. I mean, you have to have patience. Move the ball side to side so that you can move the player laterally. It's harder to move laterally than it is north-south. And secondly, you have to attack the defense. Where there's one guy, attack him. Hopefully you will draw help. And then you pass. And the guy that you pass it to, he doesn't have to shoot. He can wait while the defense is retreating out to him and move the ball again. So ball movement is secondly. And then thirdly, I think it helps where you rebound. I think you know where the shots are coming from because you can anticipate. And so I think it's just patience and ball movement that helps in half-court sets.
That's an excellent point. Timeout called the 76ers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Okafor against West. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I have no idea why he would have even attempted that. That's a horrible turnover.
Warriors leading by 10. Dishes to Durant. Outside Curry. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Can't believe he missed that one. I thought for sure that was going
Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Recognizing the defensive imbalance. Curry quickly locates the open man.
Philadelphia has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Iguodala with the steal, and Iguodala with a clear path to the hoop, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, he didn't think twice about it there. He saw an opportunity to attack, and he took full advantage of it.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jared Bayless has checked in for Rodriguez. Golden State also making some changes. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Thompson in for Ian Clark. Ball's knocked loose. And Bayless kicks to Okafor to stop the run. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And Jahlil Okafor, really a throwback in a lot of ways. You know, when you think about some of the low post giants that our game has seen, I mean, 6'11", over 270 pounds, tremendous hands and footwork, and he can take defenders to school on that low block. Going to continue to have to improve his passing, particularly out of double teams, and ability to face up a little more. But again, this is a guy with a tremendous amount of ability moving forward.
Free throw good, Okafor. And they say post play is a bit of a lost art. It's hard to do effectively against modern NBA defenses. Do you think Okafor will be successful, Greg, playing that kind of style?
You know, he'll have to develop his passing to punish teams who bring help. They have to surround him with shooters, though. If not, then there's no penalty for swarming him inside.
Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
And that's just another way Green can beat you. He has a reliable mid-range jump shot.
Bayless with it. Curry meets him. Now Bayless looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's the Warriors' ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And Curry with the stuff.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
I mean, it's just no mercy. They want to leave no room for error here.
Simmons with it. Now Green defending. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Thompson passes to Curry. And there's the 3-second violation. And the 76ers making a change here. Noel's checked in. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Iguodala comes to help. For 3, Covington. Good on the triple. Covington's got 9.
So comfortable from distance, especially when no one runs him off of his spot.
Fires from 18. Again, Golden State.
Oh, the highest shot release, quick trigger. Thompson able to drain that one with the hand in his face.
Chris, you look at this Warriors roster, there are a lot of unique players at every position.
Oh, yeah, I get what you were saying, and it makes total sense when you look at their personnel. Guys like Draymond, you never see as a functioning...
Oh,
goodness. Wow. Crazy.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Again, the miss by Thompson. The 76ers trail by 13. Deep two from Bayless, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
The 76ers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. It's tipped. It's Henderson on the wing. Pulls up from the corner. Warriors with the rebound. Pachulia's got 3 rebounds now in this one. On the wing, Green. From deep. Pachulia, good. Pachulia's got his first 3 points of the game.
Assists like that have typified their ball movement.
Bayless dishes to Okafor. Here's Livingston, and another 3.
Now, deep shooting, not a core element of Livingston's game, but he'll take it.
Green against Okafor. They're running. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there it is for him. And that's now 6 points for Iguodala.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Covington. Soft touch off the glass.
I love his effort so far. It's scoring at a consistent clip. Unfortunately, though, his team remains well behind.
And Thompson kicks to Livingston. He dishes it to Pachulia. Feeds it to Thompson. Iguodala left side. He kicks to Livingston. Over in the corner, Green. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. A lopsided affair. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Skip.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down a tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 12 points and 2 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
It is just about time now for the...
As we return to Philadelphia, we give you a scenic view of the downtown skyline of this terrific city. A stunning sight. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. And so it's Golden State with it. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Durant is out there with Green, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And with Steph winning another MVP award, the talk has now shifted from where he is as the best shooter of all time, Chris, to where he ranks among NBA greats.
Well, and Ray Allen put it best when he spoke about Curry compared to guys like Allen and even Clay. Curry, by far, in my opinion, is a combination of the best shooter with the best handles that we've seen in this league. Most shooters are just stand still, catch and shoot guys, drive them off the three-point line, force them to drive. With Curry, you got to pick your poison. He gets three-pointers the old-fashioned way as well, the and one.
Here's Covington, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
An undrafted out of Tennessee State, Robert Covington has become a nice find for the Sixers. You know, that saying a 3-and-D small forward. I mean, they see him really as a foundational piece going forward. And I think he has more versatility. He's not just the 3-and-D guy. This kid's continuing to improve and showing a lot of spunk in his game.
Inside, here's Pachulia. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
Oh, that's the kind of basketball Durant wants to play. Moving the ball, finding the open man. I mean, it makes everything easier offensively.
This 76ers squad is struggling. And on the topic of Covington, you know, he's mostly a spot-up shooter offensively. The majority of his shots, Greg, are coming from long range.
Yeah, a downtick in his shooting percentages last season, a cause for concern. I mean, but he's a good rebounder, gets a lot of steals. You like his size at that small forward position.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. Luwawu is checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Rodriguez is subbed in for Jared Bayless. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Luwawu, the pass to Rodriguez. Here's Luwawu, guarded by Curry. But they recover it. Embiid. Pass to Luwawu. Tries a 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Durant.
Oh, probably isn't a better catch and shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
To the wing right side. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. Thompson for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And Chris, when you look at the best rebounders around the NBA, it's interesting. Sometimes their teams rebound better with them off the floor. How do you explain that?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I think rebounding is a litmus test or a statistic to prove anything about rebounding. If you look, I'm impressed with some of the best guards in this game. Westbrook, the Rondos, and others that have been known to lead their team in rebounding. I think it comes down to one thing and one thing only: heart. I think technique is second. A lot of guys may not have learned how to box out, but the athleticism in the league is such that in order to get a rebound, you're going to have to earn it. And so for me, I think a lot of times as well, if you have great teammates that can box out, a lot of times they get rebounds for guys by not letting it be that much competition inside the paint. So to me, rebounding is a personal thing, whether it's a team, it's team specific, but it doesn't matter how big or tall you are. If you can box out, if you have heart, if you have a motor, if you have a will, you should be able to go get some boards. To me, it's just about how much you want it. To be a starter in this league, to play over 28 rounds, I think you should be ashamed of yourself.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've seen the Warriors become a powerhouse franchise, but sometimes great teams can overlook opponents. Coach Kerr takes a cue from Greg Popovich and talks about what he calls appropriate fear. Draymond Green explained, "You're not going to be scared or back down from anyone, but have appropriate fear," which just means respect them. Respect that they can beat you. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. It's always about focus. It's stolen by West. Releases from 15, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Guys, this is the NBA. You keep giving the ball away, you're going to get punished.
2 minutes.
West with the steal. Shot from 12, and the basket by Curry. Curry's got 17.
and 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And some big names have called it a career in the last few years. We just saw Kobe retire this past season. Chris, when did you know that it was time for you to make that transition away from the game and officially retire?
I knew a couple of years before I actually admitted it. You know, I battled injuries basically my whole career, from dislocated shoulders to ankle injuries to, of course, everyone knows about the knees. And so for me, I was just trying to play every single moment I could and as many games as I could. So, you know, it's don't really know when I realized it, but it didn't matter, because whenever you realize it, you don't want to let it go.
Yeah. Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Nerlens Noel checks in for Embiid. Saric comes in for Simmons. And Stauskas subbed in for Luwawu.
And the Sixers, you know, patiently building with young talent. And through all the losing, Coach Brett Brown talked about seeing the daylight. And I think we're starting to see it as well. The roster is starting to take shape, and maybe that optimism is just around the corner for the Sixers.
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Sixers have drafted for talent rather than for need. A lot of front court players. You wonder, Greg, how it would all fit in.
And I think especially for a young team with so many needs, you're best served going with the best player available. They've evaluated how the pieces fit, and now they can make the moves necessary to complete that puzzle.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Philadelphia.
Your 76ers, Jared Bayless.
Here is Bayless. Here's Grant. Kept alive. And that one's good. Noel.
And he's in attack mode, crashing the glass, then goes right back up with it.
Golden State's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. To the paint. Out to West. Takes a 3. Drills the three-pointer. West has got 12 in the game.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
Well, no one is stepping up and making them beat them off the dribble. Until that happens, they'll continue to burn you from there.
And Bayless kicks to Grant. And the 76ers get it back. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Philadelphia, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
And he knocks down the first one. And Nerlens Noel, already an exceptional defender, but his offensive game is still, Greg, a work in progress.
Yeah, they're trying to develop his free throw shot, and I think they're hoping his elbow jumper improves along with it. He can already pass and slash from the high post. If he gets that jumper going, he'll have the makings of a triple threat.
I mean, let's just think about this. The remarkable player he is. I mean, coming off of these injuries. I mean, Livingston, he's overcome so many injuries. It's been great to see him make it back and contribute at a high level.
Livingston hits both of them.
Now, you got to love what Sean Livingston gives you as a point guard. He comes in, continues to run the offense, and setting up his teammates. He has a great back-to-the-basket game to get his points on the block as well.
Ball's knocked loose. Stauskas inside the line. The 76ers again can't hit it. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Livingston kicks it to West. Here's Clark. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got his 4th assist in this one.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
They have come out of the locker room with a real fire and desire to get more high-quality looks at the basket.
Pachulia with a clean look, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Stauskas, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The 76ers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. They've got Hollis Thompson. Luwawu is out there with Stauskas. Then there's Saric, and it's Embiid in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Clark dishes to Varejao. Here's Clark. Over in the corner, Livingston from outside the arc. And that one is off. Sarge with it. Thompson right side to the paint. Stolen by Varejao. Livingston passes to McAdoo. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
And that's just a beautiful setup by Livingston, showing the high basketball IQ.
Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Nice feed in close, right to where his teammate needed it.
To the paint. Here's Varejao. A stupendous finish in traffic. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Stauskas. Here's Embiid, and he converts the layup.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Livingston kicks to Varejao. Launches a 3. McAdoo misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Rodriguez is checked in for Thompson. The Warriors also with a sub. Durant's checked in. A shot by Varejao, wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc. Varejao's got 5 points now this quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
The feed to Saric. Tipped away. Rodriguez outside. And here comes the break. Throws. Down the breakaway jam.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up, locates the man.
Rodriguez passes to Saric. Durant for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Oh, great ball movement there.
76ers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Saric has the open look, and it's Durant with the rebound. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Clark dishes to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
You want no part of that when Durant gets speed going at the rim. Stepping in the way is a fast track to ending up on a poster.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The 76ers making a switch here. Grant's checked in. And then for Golden State, Draymond Green, he's checked in for McAdoo. Thompson comes in for Ian Clark. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Grant against Green. Grant kicks to Saric. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Green. Left side Curry. 3-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Stauskas. And he can't stop them.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Here's Durant, and the Warriors.
And when Durant is looking to score off the catch, do as a defender.
Rodriguez outside on Durant. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Noel's checked in for Saric.
Noel.
Rodriguez with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors. That one is off.
And it became clear early on in that 2015-16 season that the Warriors were going to be special. Everyone knew that they were going to be atop the standings all year, but you had to start viewing them in a historical context shortly into the season. Even with all the talk and the pressure, they still kept their composure to win 73 games.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Philadelphia. Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know what? The area code just doesn't matter with this guy. Steph just dropping bombs.
Now here's Bayless. Tight defense on him. It's stolen by Green. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
They are really playing spectacular ball and crushing the hopes of their opponents. That's what you're supposed to do.
And Chris, with the Warriors and all this historical context talk, inevitably they were compared to the team whose record they were chasing, the 96 Bulls.
Well, yeah, I don't get caught up in that argument. It's so hard to compare teams from today to teams that played 2 or 3 decades ago. I had to play against the 96 Bulls, but I tell you what, players were different, the rules were different, the style of game was different. It's really hard to say who would win.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Kevin Durant. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Green against Grant, pulls it up. Out to Thompson from downtown. And it's Noel with the rebound. 8. They get it again. Passes it to Stauskas. Out left to the wing. Poked loose. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Thompson throws it down.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. To victory, the crowd's getting quieter.
Well, the fans have sounded lost and disappointed, which is exactly what they were hoping to accomplish.
Stolen by Varejao. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled.
It's post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Kevin Durant. He had a nice surge to start the second half, hitting his first 3 shots.
There aren't many players I enjoy watching more than Kevin Durant, as long as I'm not on the other team, because I would have to knock him on his back. Anyway, he's as versatile and complete as you could ask a player to be, truly an all-time great.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure, and I mean that, to be here with Kenny and Shaq. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, they may have some challenges, but this is a game they have had circled on the calendar and want to deliver the top-notch performance they know they can. And we'll be seeing Kyrie Irving here tonight, easily one of the best point guards in the league. Kenny, where do you have him on the list? Top three?
Yeah, of course. Top three, that's not even a question. I'm trying to figure out if he's 1, 2, or 3. Steph Curry's always going to be there, Russell Westbrook, and then
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul and himself. So now you got 4 guys.
Damian Lillard.
It's not, I would put Damian Lillard in that 5 through 10 category and put those guys.
And there is a buzz in the air in the sold-out Quicken Loans Arena. We'll see the Houston Rockets facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets, Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Clint Capella is out there with that. And it's a reason in at the 3 spot.
Defender right in LeBron's face. Couldn't matter less to the king.
And a player of LeBron's caliber is expected to be a leader. It's a role he's never shied away from, Steve, and certainly he has filled the bill.
Not at all. Coming out of high school, he's always been a leader. LeBron is someone who loves his teammates and wants to stay close to them. But at the end of the day, he's all about winning. He's not shy about telling his teammates what they have to do to get the W. That's just terrific ball movement to get his teammate a wide open shot.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with Mike D'Antoni. He said this will be a great mental challenge for his team. He told me he looks forward to games like this, saying the team we're facing really knows how to execute on offense. And when we're firing on all cylinders, we can do the same. Kevin?
Okay, Dave, thanks. Well, guys, it really makes sense to have their defense poised to deal with the great shooters on the floor tonight.
It really does. If they can't keep the damage done by those guys to a minimum, then it's going to be a long night.
No question about that. They must crowd their shooters and give them little to no room to operate.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
That pass was a work of art right there.
Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Irving attacking. Good, and the assist goes to James.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
On defense, the Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. Harden outside. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. That's short off the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Irving kicks to Love. Smith for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden against Smith. And it's Ariza in the corner. From beyond the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Gave up a little momentum and then grabbed it right back.
Now here's LeBron. Outside Irving. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And for a team with as much talent as the Rockets have had over the last few seasons, the results have been pretty mixed.
Yeah, and look at the club's recent rosters. I mean, they've been filled with a couple mega stars than everyone else. At some point, you have to look past all the individual stuff and make the commitment as a team to play for each other. Unselfish, fundamental basketball.
Here's Smith. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets trail by 3. And here's Anderson for 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Down low, here's Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Thompson's got his first points of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ariza has the open look. Drills it from outside. Irving with it. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played, and he lays it straight in. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
One of the best small men in the league at attacking inside, Kyrie Irving.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Love kicks to James. Shoots. Here's Smith. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here is Harden. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the middle. Here's Ariza. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Terrific court awareness to hit his teammate with a perfect pass in transition.
Pass to Thompson. Yep, that one goes.
Refining his skill set inside, you see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And the Cavs, obviously one of the most talented teams in the NBA. It's taken time for them to learn how to play together, though.
Yeah, you talk about having a big 3 and guys have never been around each other, and some young guys when you start talking about Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. Synergy, chemistry, that's all they needed. They have it now.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for James. Iman Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. They grabbed their own miss. Knocked away. So the wing on the left. Jefferson passing to Thompson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Rockets trail by 6. Prigioni for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Brewer. No good on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Jefferson dishes to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
This is a team on a mission. I can't believe this already is a double-digit lead, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Snatched up. And that one is good by Beasley.
He's a great offensive rebounder, and he showed it.
Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Jefferson has a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Rockets trail by 11. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Nene. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. outside Jefferson, and another three for Cleveland.
And a huge lead here early to start.
The game plan is working to perfection so far. Didn't take them any time to get into rhythm.
And the foul on Mo Williams. That's his first foul. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's the three. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Cleveland ahead as they end the first quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And LeBron James trying to will his...
I mean, he sat us down, maybe right before the first practice.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
There's no doubt about that. Dubbed the new Big Three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Because this is a team full of sharp shooters whose eyes light up when given the opportunity to shine, and they are really knocking them down right now.
It's Love and Fry, the sharp-shooting big men. Amon Shumpert is out there with Mo Williams, and it's Dunleavy in at the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. And for the fans, they see the players' performance as far as box scores and highlight reel plays. But, Steve, in your estimation, which players in the league right now seem to be the best teammates? Have that intangible, teammate.
There's a lot of guys come to mind. I think you look at a guy like Draymond Green for the Golden State Warriors. You look at Boris Diaw, Danny Green for the Spurs. I mean, you go down the list from Miami. I thought Chris Bosh was a fantastic teammate when he was playing with the Big Three. So there's a lot of guys that can play at a high level but also fit in that role.
I would think it'd be very difficult to be a championship caliber team and not have chemistry, teammates you trust, and that bond. Now, there's always a stray, but the overall unity's got to be, I think, right there.
The key word you said, I think, Kevin, is chemistry. You got to have that chemistry, and you got to somewhat like each other.
No good on the second free throw.
You know, the thing about James Harden, though, there's really no perfect way to defend him. I mean, he can torch you from deep, drives the lane as well as anybody. Especially when he's looking to create contact. And in many ways, your best defense against him is a good offense. You try to match some of his points by scoring on the other end. Well documented that maybe defense not his strength, but, you know, that's an area where if you want to have success, you're going to have to do a good job on that end.
LeBron's checked in for Channing Frye. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. LeBron outside, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there. And thinking about ways to stop Harden. Part of the problem is that he's really built like no other player out there.
Physically, he's got that barrel of a body, the long arms, and just enough quickness to blow by you. He's elusive, yet always looking for contact, which is why he lives at the free throw line.
Count that bucket, and that's 13 points for J.R. Smith.
And this team is here largely because of his accuracy from the floor tonight.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Defense has been atrocious lately for them. You can't blame him at all for wanting to address that here in this timeout.
To the paint, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. James kicks to Irving. Dunleavy for three. Cleveland gets it back. Here's Love, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Anticipation and tenacity, two things that makes Kevin Love a terror on the offensive glass.
To the inside, here's Deneme. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Irving from long range. A second chance effort. Yes, that goes in. And it's 6 points for Kevin Love.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Lisa comes in for Gordon. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. The Cavs, an elite offensive squad, and they've improved at the defensive end last season. Moving, Steve, from the bottom half of the league to the top 10 as far as defensive efficiency.
You know, it starts with their rebounding. They're dominant in that area. With their size and strength, they don't allow teams a lot of second opportunities.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, LeBron James has stepped up over the years, both on and off the court. Of course, he plays with that reckless abandon, but off the floor, he's been very involved and vocal about social issues. And more dramatically, he entrusted his marketing empire to his childhood friends. LeBron recalled, people called it the worst decision ever. All this to three guys who didn't finish college. We got dirt thrown on all of us, but I always believed in them. Kevin, you can't say it hasn't worked out.
He's broken the mold, DA. Thank you.
The vision of love, the willingness to make the extra pass, just more reasons why he's so dangerous in this.
Irving against Beverly. Pass to Harden. Rebound by Smith.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
2 points. That one goes. Dunleavy's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To the inside. And Harden assist by Beverly. 6 points for James Harden.
He is definitely a very clever player who keeps the defense on their toes.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Dishes to Ariza. They get a hand on it. Irving passes to LeBron. And to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. That one is on Ariza.
LeBron's explosiveness right there. If you're not a step early, you're probably going to foul him. The one thing about LeBron James, he's had a huge impact on the basketball court, but also off the court. Always taking a stand on a lot of social issues.
First free throw is good. And LeBron showing solidarity with a lot of popular causes. It's a tricky balance, Steve. You know this, you played the game. I'm sure for a player that is so much like LeBron in the public eye.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of being an activist. He's taken on a lot of roles, but there are some times when fans, they want you to say more. He's in a unique position. I think we can safely say he's done more in that regard than a lot of his peers.
Steve, you played in your 14-year career mainly at that shooting guard. Great size. The position at 6'7". Is size still the same advantage that it once was in your day?
I think so, if you're skilled. And I'll tell you a quick story, Kevin. I started off as a point guard. Everybody wanted to be Magic Johnson, then moved to the 2 guard. I know it was time to retire. When my last year, they had me playing the 5. I said, that's it. It's time to go. Just for a couple games.
Yeah. What did you feel your best position was?
I thought at 2 guard position. At first, I thought it was
you were an
point
all-star
guard.
at the 2 guard.
Yes. Coming in as that point guard. Offensively, I was okay. But Kevin, defensively, trying to check those little point guards.
Tough.
I was struggling.
For the Cavaliers, Fry comes in for LeBron. And it's Williams in for Irving. Here's Prigioni. He's guarded by Williams. And stolen by Williams. Pulls up. That's good on the jump shot. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Start it.
And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense, but last year there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of that old adage, defense wins championships.
Here's Prigioni. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change, and that one is good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
But what he does is uses his body extremely well to shield off the defenders from the basketball.
And talking about how the Rockets are structured, they do have some players on the roster, Greg, who can play defense. It's a wonder they've been so bad at that end.
I mean, the problem with defense, though, Kevin, is that it takes all 5 guys to buy in. You have to have a level of trust on the floor, and that happens for the Rockets only once in a while, which is why they give up an insane number of points to their opponents.
He feeds it to Brewer. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
When Tyronn Lue took over, the Cavs made sure that he was not an interim coach. They took that tag off, and Tyronn Lue has done a nice job getting these guys to move the basketball and play unselfish.
There's 38 seconds left here in the second. Prigioni kicks to Beasley. Passes it to Capella. On the wing, Brewer. There's the feed to Prigioni. Knocked loose. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Prigioni. He's guarded by Williams. Beasley dishes to Prigioni. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Cleveland ahead, opening up a huge gap. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do, take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that about wraps it up.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland and East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was. Didn't force anything.
Just fundamentally sound basketball. That's what you want out of your offense of each and every game.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Harden and Ariza, the athletic wing pair. Ryan Anderson out there with Clint Capella. And it's Beverly in at the point. The Rockets shooting 47%, pretty solid. He dishes it to Ariza. Cloak loose. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. LeBron is running. Thompson inside. Capella's there. And he gets it to go. That's 12 points for LeBron.
And there's that signature burst. LeBron able to finish with a hand in his face.
Kicks it to Ariza. And stolen by Love. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Thompson with the bucket.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Here's Beverly. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And one of the most resilient players around, Tristan Thompson, hasn't missed a game with injuries since 2012.
And for a big man who plays the way he does, battling in the paint, going after every rebound, and also being the muscle for his team, it's impressive he's played this many games.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Gordon subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Yep, that one goes. James has got 4 this quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Beverly against Irving. And Beverly kicks to Harden to end the run. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thompson with the bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Thompson's gone 6 of 7 so far. Boy, he's making it look easy here, isn't he? Offensive rebound. Nene. And stolen by Love. And James throws it down.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
No doubt. They've been the ones dictating the tempo.
Now here's Beverly. He kicks it to Gordon. And here's Harden for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Harden's got 9 points.
His eyes just lit up as soon as he realized he was wide open from outside. The defense has to do a much better job.
Here's LeBron, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Gordon with no one around. He sinks the 11-footer. Gordon's got his first points in this one.
Perfect approach for what the D was showing on that possession.
Irving passes to Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. That's now 8 points for Kevin Love.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Irving against Beverly. It's Nene, high post. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 6.
He could not have threaded that bounce pass better. Sensational play.
And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 16-7 run. Misses off the left iron. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the Cavs back in 2014, bringing in LeBron and bringing in Kevin Love, arguably the best single season at that forward spot in NBA history.
It changed everything, but it hasn't all been smooth sailing. There's only one basketball. They're still on the floor, but I think their skills do complement each other.
Smitty, you're a proud alum of Michigan State. Great school, great program. You contributed to help build the Clara Bell Smith Student Athletic Academic Center there on campus, one of the great facilities in all of college basketball. When you think back on your college experience, is the NBA's 1 year and out high school requirement enough, or would you like to see a change in that regard?
You know, I think it goes player by player, situation by situation, Kevin. I can speak for me. After 3 years, I was not ready, on the court or off the court.
That surprises me to hear you.
I thought I was ready pretty much on the court, but to have the challenges out of basketball.
So you like the 4 years. You thought that was huge for you playing.
For me personally, I like the 4 years.
And Cleveland making a change here. Dunleavy's checked in. Shumpert with the steal. And here we go. Shumpert heading to the hoop. It's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Cleveland shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Down low, got a piece of it. Prigioni dishes to Brewer. The shot comes out, so Cleveland will take it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. The Rockets shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Beasley kicks to Brewer. He wants to get it to Nene and does. And it's good, 2 points.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Outside Jefferson. Cleveland moving it around to Fry. And Fry slams it in.
Beautiful pass that helped set up his teammate perfectly.
Here's Prigioni to the inside. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
He'll never be the most intimidating guy at his position, but he'll surprise you with his leaping ability.
Cleveland's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Fry. And Fry slams it in.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Shumpert with the steal. Here's Williams. He's got 9. And Jefferson throws it down hard.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Fry, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. Prigioni kicks to Gordon. Nene, right side. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Cleveland. This is his second trip to the line in this one. He misses the free throw. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Outside Shumpert. Hands it from downtown. Shumpert's got 6.
And from a different area code, Shumpert playing money ball right there.
Open shot by Ariza. And that time, also a missed shot. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Rockets shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. We've got Dunleavy. Williams is out there with McRae. Then there's Anderson, and it's Fry in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Cavaliers on D. Feeds it to Decker. Off the screen. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Almost no chance of that shot.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
There's Prigioni. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Poked away.
They've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
And Fry slams it in.
Excellent work there in transition.
He doesn't give the defense any time to set up. He just goes extremely hard to the bucket.
Here's Prigioni. He's guarded by Williams. The dish now to McDaniels. Here's Brewer. Here's Monty Eunice. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A a three-point play chance here. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Brewer. And that one misses. Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the three ball well. They get the rebound. Fry dishes to Anderson. Tries again, back to Fry. McCray kicks to Williams. For three, Dunleavy. Good on the triple.
He has that swag going on right now. When the defense steps back on him, he loves taking advantage of it.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Prigioni kicks to Beasley. Here's Moniunas, and he uses the glass on the layup. Moniunas has got 4 points this quarter.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Out to the right wing. For three, Fry. It's rebounded by Houston.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Fires the three. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. A platoon swap here for Cleveland. So it's the Cavaliers now. Now Irving. The pass to Smith. Braun right side. Lets it go from deep. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
To the middle. Here's McDaniels. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Thompson passes to Irving. The three. The shot missing.
Well, his team is winning. I think he wants to help seal the deal, but maybe shooting the basketball right now may not be the best way to get it done.
Good on the shot.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Pass to Smith. Here's Thompson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists in the game.
If Thompson's able to develop a mid-range game, watch out.
Tipped away. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Moniunas. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Jones slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's McDaniels. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. On defense, Cleveland. Decker dishes to Moniunas. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
That was a risky pass. Poor decision, really. Fortunately, they didn't lose the possession.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he's good on the 3 ball. Decker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I don't think that's what they wanted to run, but hey, it worked out well in the end.
Jones kicks to Smith, fires the 3. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for James. Shumpert comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Williams in for Irving. And a switch here also for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Maniunas. Here's Brigioni. He's guarded by Williams. Jones kicks to Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
The powerful body of Thompson, easily able to absorb contact and finish.
Rockets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And he makes that one. And 11. Points for Nene.
Obviously, the defense was not in sync out there, and they took advantage of it.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for Jones. Braun, he's checked in for Richard Jefferson. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Shumpert. Here's Nene. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
He also, for a big guy, has a terrific touch from that range.
Now here's Love. Smith the pass to Love. Cleveland moving the ball around. Williams gets the bucket.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Option 1, 2, and 3 is to shoot the 3 ball, and they are shooting them from everywhere.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution. It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
He thrives in the open court. Such an aggressive finisher.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Launches it. That's in there. Love with the assist.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
They did. Fantastic run here to really put this game to bed.
And James throws it down hard.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
You like to have these type of wins every now and then. Just a comfortable win.
Knocked away. Williams with the steal. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Better body movement, better ball movement, and taking some smart shots.
Nene down low, guarded by Frye, and stolen by Frye. Pass to Smith, and pushing it up is Cleveland. The Cavaliers again in transition. And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 30 points for LeBron.
At a time when everyone's obsessed with threes and dunks, LeBron showing off a strong in-between game.
Here's Nene. Chalk up 2 there.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Here's James. Oh,
yes.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
With the pass.
Here's Brigioni. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from...
Thanks, Rim. The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He was a madman in that last quarter. His passion, commitment to winning, just on another level compared to most of the guys out there tonight.
As efficient and offensive performance as you're ever going to see, and I mean ever. I don't care where your shot's coming from. You're not supposed to shoot that high of a percentage. Did he miss? I don't think he missed.
That performance is exactly why we call LeBron James the King. He is their offensive spark and their defensive spark. He is their everything. Yes, they're everything. They can't live without him.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan wherever he might be,